Hi crafters, Karen here from Karen's Crafting Company, and in today's video it's all about a recap of 2022. I thought I would take some time and share with you some of the paper pads I was able to use up over the course of this year, and also share with you my crafty goals that I accomplished for this year and then my new goals for 2023. I also have some exciting news to share with you about some new things happening in the new year. I'll share that with you in just a few minutes. I want to go over the other things that I just mentioned. Now, if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that I donate a majority of my cards. I've donated to the Cards for Kindness program through scrapbook.com, Cards for Seniors, and for the first time this year, I participated in the Cards for Angels program, where you are assigned a patient who is diagnosed with cancer and is going through treatment. We send them cards for encouragement and to send them uplifting messages as well. Over this year, I donated a grand total of 874 cards. That's a lot of cards. I'm going to challenge myself to beat that number for 2023. Now we'll move on to the paper pads that I used over the course of the year. And if you are familiar with my channel, a lot of these paper pads will definitely look familiar to you. So I will start with my 6x6 paper pads first, as I do have quite a few of those to go through. And then I'll move on to my 12x12 paper pads. So here we will start with the Park Lane paper pad, which has 12 sheets. And I find Park Lane at Joann's. I also have the Sea Glass by Recollections, the My Favorite Summer by Echo Park, the Winter Mega Pad by Echo Park, and I also had a subscription to the Echo Park Club Kit, and that's where a lot of these pads came from. I also have the Falling Leaves by DCWV, and then some Christmas pads that I used is Old World Winter from Hobby Lobby, Christmas Watercolor by Scrapbook Customs, Holiday Homestead by Recollections, and Say Freeze by Recollections. Here from Cartabella, I have the Home Again, and then again another Cartabella, Gather at Home. And Cartabella and Echo Park are all from the same company. For the 6x6 pads, I used a total of 11. So I was really happy to have gone through that many 6x6 paper pads. Moving on to the 12x12 pads I have. For the 12x12s, I used a total of 7. And here I have the Dark Botanical by Craftsmart, the Spring Garden by Park Lane, the French Chateau by Recollections, the Winter Magic from Echo Park, and that was a collection kit, so that came with a sheet of stickers. I have the Sugar Plums Prunes by Recollections, and I was very happy to be able to use this shimmer cardstock paper pad by Recollections. And then last but certainly not least, the Cotton Fields by DCWV. And as I mentioned, I used a total of 7 12x12 pads, and my grand total of both sizes is 18. So I like that number, and of course I will try to beat that for the upcoming year. I always need to challenge myself and try to do better the next time. So now I will move on to my crafty goals sheet here that I have from 2022. And it's basically a list of things that I wanted to try to use up over the year. So I have on here, use up one paper pad, use up a paper kit, stickers, embellishments, card kits, tools like punches, stencils, crocodiles, use up some scraps, organize and pre-assemble the scrapbook from 2013, complete my Italy scrapbook, and then complete my youngest daughter's age 2 scrapbook. Now here you see some stars, and that star in the March row indicates that that was when I finished my album. And then the stars that follow that just carry over to me continuing to finish, that I had finished that album. And then you see tally marks throughout, and that just indicates what I've used and how many I used in each month. Now you see that the last 3 months, everything is blank. So from October to December, there are no tally marks, there are no stars. And that is because I misplaced my goals sheet when I was reorganizing my craft room. I couldn't find it. And then I was actually looking for something else earlier in December, and I came across it. I ended up placing it with other papers in a drawer, which I thought at the time was a safe place and thought I would remember where I put it. Apparently, I didn't remember. So that takes care of my goals from 2022. And here is my goals sheet for 2023. So I pretty much have some of the same things that I had for 2022, and I did add a couple of new things. So one of the new things I added was to use my Cricut to help with cutting embellishments, because I do donate a lot of cards, and I like to do, I do a lot of mass production. So when I'm making 12 cards at one time, my Cricut can really come in handy and help cut out those 12 circles or squares or hearts or whatever it is I need a lot faster than if I used my Sizzix die cutting machine. I also have on there use strips, which is like washi tape or die cut borders, border stickers, things like that. And then also using small round accents like my enamel dots, my brads, buttons, and like Nouveau drops or things like that. And then finish any incomplete projects. Now, if you're a crafter, I am sure that we all have some kind of unfinished project, whether it be 1, 2, 3, maybe more. So my goal for the new year is to definitely get into my unfinished projects and finish them. I have several to complete. So let the challenge begin. Now for my exciting news for the new year, starting January 2nd, I will be a part of Kendra's Card Challenge number 9 design team. Also, look for my first video on January 2nd. I'm also part of the Smash Our Stash 2023 collaboration team with Beth from Bourbon Creek Crafts. In fact, the Crafty Goals sheet I am using came from her. I'm still part of Crafty L Sheetload collab team, so I'll be continuing with that. And there is one more announcement, but unfortunately I cannot share that with you until mid-January, so be sure to keep your eyes out for that. You won't want to miss it. So now I will take you down memory lane, sharing with you a slideshow that I created of the cards that I made throughout the year. So sit back and enjoy the show. And friends, until my next video, I hope your day is a crafty day. Bye-bye.